Hi guys, I'm Lee Marie with Nokomis Home Fragrance, and I wanted to do this video today for a couple reasons. One, it is a holiday fragrance review from Wooden Wick Co. And then also, I am a big believer in blending and mixing your own fragrances. I find that it gives your candles a much more unique fragrance that, you know, someone can say, oh, I've never smelled that before, or that smells so unique, that's so interesting. I just think it's better to be able to say that you custom blend your fragrances as opposed to just kind of buying one fragrance, putting it in your candle. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I do that sometimes too, but I just really enjoy looking at the fragrance notes of different fragrances and being able to say, you know what, I think this one and this one would go really well together. And next thing you know, you've created a fragrance that is unique to you and to your brand, but that also smells really unique and really amazing. So that's what I'm doing in today's video. Now, I'm gonna give you 6 different fragrance combinations for the holidays. And the first couple are gonna be for fall. Now for fall, everybody thinks, you know, apples, pumpkins, cinnamon. So we're going along those lines. Like I said, this is in order for you to make a custom blend that's a little bit more unique and a little different so that you have something special to offer your customers. So the first fragrance that we are going to talk about is called Apple, Rind, and Cinnamon. Now this is a beautiful fragrance. It smells very much fall, and I'll go through the fragrance notes of it right now. It is red apple, pear, pumpkin spice, clove, brown sugar, and vanilla. So as you can probably imagine, it smells very heavenly. However, for me, when I first smelled this fragrance, it smelled a little too much like apple. I was getting some of the other fragrances in there, but they were a little subtle, and so I wanted to amp it up because literally at first all I was getting was apple. So I decided to start mixing, and I came up with 2 fantastic combinations that I'm going to let you in on. So the first combination is mixing apple, rind, and cinnamon with orange clove. Now the orange clove is another fantastic fragrance full of spice and citrus, which is perfect for the holidays. I find that when you mix the apple and the orange together, you get a fragrance that you could call like festive fruits or holiday fruits or something like that. The scent notes of the orange rind and clove are orange rind, neroli, plum, clove, tonka bean, and ginger. A little spicy, a little citrusy. It blends really well with the apple, and you're almost making like an apple punch or a holiday festive fruit punch. So those 2 actually work really well together. Apple and orange with cinnamon are a beautiful combination. One thing just to note real quick, when I'm doing my custom blends, I always start with a 50-50 ratio. So you'll do, you know, half an ounce of one and half an ounce of the other, mix them together, put it in your candle, test it. All of these have given me very nice hot throws and cold throws using virgin coconut soy wax EC26, and also Wooden Wick's new formula for their coconut soy wax. It's given me very good results for both, so just know that. And I test with Wooden Wicks, but these have given me great results, and so that's why I'm sharing them with you. So again, apple and cinnamon with orange rind and clove, mix those together and they make a fantastic festive holiday punch. Those are really, really nice together. They would also make a really fantastic room spray because you get the apple and the cinnamon and the orange in the air, and it smells very, very festive. So that's another tip for you guys. The second one that I would mix with the apple rind and cinnamon is the raw cinnamon. Now, the raw cinnamon fragrance to me is one of the best fragrances that Wooden Wick has because it has so many uses. By itself, it's beautiful. Mixed with many, many, many other fragrances, it can be mixed with a lot. It enhances other fragrances and really brings out certain notes in other fragrances. So in this case, if you mix the apple with the raw cinnamon, you get almost like an apple pie. And so you really get that beautiful apple cinnamon with the vanilla and the brown sugar, and you really get that apple pie kind of scent, but super elevated, high quality, you know, very nice notes. So that's another one. So to recap, you've got the apple and cinnamon that you can mix with either the orange clove, or you can mix it with the raw cinnamon. Either one will give you fantastic results for a wonderful fall fragrance. Now, my second one is also a fall favorite. I smelled these two separately, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I smelled them at the same time, where I thought, wow, these two would go so nicely together. And so that's what I did. So the second one is pumpkin and persimmon, and salted caramel and Kahlua. Now these two mixed together are literally like a pumpkin salted caramel cheesecake. It's such a wonderful fragrance and such a wonderful smell. I can't even. So if you want something like that for your line, where instead of just pumpkin or just caramel, you put the two together and you get this fantastic like pumpkin pie cheesecake effect, this is definitely the two to mix. Now the scent notes of the pumpkin and persimmon are blood orange, clove, vanilla, pumpkin spice, allspice, and ginger. The notes of the salted caramel and Kahlua are toasted sugar, vanilla, nutmeg, caramel, and coffee liqueur. Now, like I said, those two together are an amazing combination. Start out with 50-50, so half an ounce and half an ounce, put them together into a candle, and you will get an amazing result, and it'll be something unique that maybe your customers have never smelled before. Okay, so those are the two for fall. Now I've got two great ones for winter. And the first one is, if you've ever wanted like a really great authentic peppermint mocha smell in a candle, these are the two for you to mix. The first one is called Peppermint and Cocoa Shavings. This one, when I first smelled it, it smells authentically like an Andes mint. Like the chocolate and peppermint are just right on. And so the scent notes of the Peppermint and Cocoa Shavings is peppermint, vanilla, chocolate, nutmeg, coffee, and whipped cream. And to enhance that kind of mocha flavor, I added the coffee bean and cacao fragrance oil. And that one, the notes are whipped butter, caramel, coffee, chocolate, and vanilla. So again, those two together are fantastic, and they would make a great peppermint mocha, or you know, you could even call it like Santa's cocoa or something like that. They're a really fantastic combination. The two go really well together. So that's one of the more winter ones that you can do while mixing fragrances. And then this last one is actually really versatile. There's 3 different ones that you can mix interchangeably to create a really great fresh holiday fragrance. And so the 3 fragrances are the Bayberry Fir, I believe it's Bayberry Fir Wreath, the Juniper Fir, and the Cloudberry Balsam. Now these 3 all have very similar notes that complement each other. So for example, the Balsam Fir, the notes are fir needle, eucalyptus, citrus, bayberry, rose, pine cones, and cedar wood. Now Juniper Fir, the notes are lemon, eucalyptus, juniper, apple, balsam, cinnamon, and pine. And Cloudberry Balsam, the notes are water mint, currant, juniper, balsam, bergamot, clove, and cedar. So you can see how these 3 actually really complement each other. So what I would do is, if you want to combine the bayberry and the juniper fir together, that would be something like a holiday wreath. That would smell like a Christmas tree lot. Or, you know, like you're walking in the woods and you smell pine everywhere. Like it just smells that distinct pine tree, Christmas tree smell. That's what those two together remind me of. And the Cloudberry Balsam, that one I would mix with either the Juniper or the Bayberry. And you get what I call like a refreshing outdoor winter mountain air smell. You get a very, like I said, it's what probably Denver, Colorado in the middle of winter on a snow, you know, on a ski slope smells like. That's what I think of when I put these scents together. Super refreshing. Again, you've got that eucalyptus, you've got the water mint, you've got the lemon, but you've also got the cedar, the pine. You get that beautiful kind of outdoorsy smell. You could call it like winter air even. So that one, I think, like I said, those three you can play around with, and they're super versatile together. One, you know, if you mix the Juniper and the Bayberry, you get more of that Christmas tree smell. If you mix the Juniper and the Cloudberry Balsam or the Bayberry, you get more of that winter air, really refreshing outdoorsy smell. So those definitely play around with and see what you come up with. But I hope that this helped you make some decisions based on mixing and custom blending your fragrances. I definitely encourage you, if you're a candle maker and you want something a little bit different or more unique, to start experimenting with your fragrances. Really pay attention to the top, middle, and base notes. And when you start seeing a little bit of similarity or things that may complement each other, play around with them. Start with a 50-50 ratio, so half an ounce of one, half an ounce of another, or, you know, 10 grams of one, 10 grams of another, and start playing around with the cold and the hot throw and, you know, doing your testing. But one thing I do assure you of is you are going to come up with some really amazing combinations of fragrances, and it's going to make you stand out. As we all know, the candle business world is heavily saturated right now. So I'm trying to do my best to stand out by creating my own custom blends. And so I encourage you to do the same thing, because then you can come up with scents that are unique to you and your brand, and it helps you to stand out. I hope that you found this video informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I will definitely be doing more fragrance reviews for different companies in the future. I will also be doing videos on more combinations and blending your own fragrances, so definitely keep a lookout for that. And then I'll also be continuing my business vlog series about wholesale and retail and how to get your products into stores. As I mentioned before, all the fragrances that I used today were from Wood & Wick Co. So I will have all of the links to the fragrances in the description box below. I know a lot of them are also, the fall and the winter fragrances are on sale right now. So definitely take advantage of that. And I will see you all next week. Bye.